let's get on with today's video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you're doing awesome wherever you are. Just got finished a great workout. It started to rain quite heavily, but I wanted to get on the camera and address a viewer's question before I head inside and shower. And a viewer asked recently, great question, what's the difference between a boxer step and a scissor step?
Here's some slow motion footage, which you can just look at yourself before we discuss the differences between the two moves and how these differences come about. So we have the boxer skip on the left and the scissor skip on the right. So here I have zoomed in on my feet, and this is slow motion footage of the basic boxer skip. So with a lot of boxer skips, you're shifting your body weight so that one foot or one leg does the majority of work, while the other leg or foot gets a temporary rest. And I'll cover how you shift your body weight very shortly in this video. So what I want you just to notice right now is the right foot. It's landing on the ground a fraction before the front foot. So the foot that's landing on the ground first, in this case the foot in the rear, is absorbing most of the impact when you land. And the right foot, the foot in the back, is also pushing off the ground with more force. The foot in the front is basically there for a bit of balance and support. It's basically tapping the ground with each landing and gently pushing off the ground, but the foot in the rear is doing most of the work because I've shifted my body weight to this rear foot. And I'll talk about how you shift your body weight later on in this video. So here is the basic boxer skip. Notice the rear foot is landing on the ground first. And here now I am doing the scissor jump shuffle. So I'm alternating my feet. One foot goes forward, one goes backward, and I just alternate in that pattern, almost like a scissors, moving forwards and backwards. And one thing that I want you to notice here is that both my feet basically land on the ground at the same time. So both feet are basically absorbing the same amount of impact when landing, and both feet are pushing off the ground with an equal amount of force. So both feet are working at the same time. No foot is doing more work or less work than the other. They're working simultaneously. And the reason that's happening is because I haven't shifted my body weight like you do when you're doing a boxer skip. And I'll get to that later on in this video.
Regular 2-foot hop. Both legs, both feet are doing an equal amount of work.
The 2-foot hop, both feet working together, both feet landing on the ground at basically the same time, both feet pushing off the ground with the same amount of force.
We stand with our 2 feet together. You're doing the 2-foot hop. Your body is basically in alignment. Your joints are in alignment. So both feet, both legs are doing an equal amount of work. Now if you take a step back, like so, and now if I lean my body weight back like this, what leg is doing most of the work? The rear leg. Alternatively, going forward, my body weight is going forward, this leg is doing most of the work. And you can even take your leg off the ground. Opposite, back leg is doing most of the work. Front leg is doing most of the work. So with the boxer skip, we put one leg in the rear for the basic boxer skip. There's also a different boxer skip which I made a tutorial on. And if I'm jumping like this leg is in the rear because my body weight is here. That leg will tend to land on the ground first. It will absorb most of the impact and it will push off the ground with more force. Whereas with the scissor step, you're trying to keep your body weight kind of in balance. You want your body weight in the middle between the 2 feet, which means both feet will land on the ground at basically the same time. Both feet will absorb the equal amount of impact and push off the ground at the same amount of time, or with the same amount of force. 2-foot hop, scissor step.
And here in this footage, I'm performing the basic boxer skip. I have my left foot in the rear. That left foot is landing on the ground a little bit before the right foot. It's absorbing most of the impact from landing, and it's also pushing off the ground with more force. And although the shift in body weight might not be too obvious here, I have shifted my upper body to the left side a little bit more, and that's why that left foot is landing on the ground before the right foot. So I've moved my body weight away from the right foot. I'm not leaning towards the right side of my body, and I'm not leaning forward. I'm leaning towards the left side of my body a little bit. And because I'm doing that, my body weight has shifted to that side, and therefore that foot is landing on the ground before the right foot, and it's landing with more impact. That left leg is doing most of the work.
Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. The rain's starting to come down.